Hey, what's up? Looks like you're first in the stream, Rice Crackers. Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to another stream. If you hear me wrestling with the bag, that's me. That's my very, very, very late lunch that I didn't have a chance to eat because I was fucking running around all day. But yeah, I may have to mute myself just so that I can fucking feed myself before I fucking fall over of malnutrition because I haven't eaten all day. But I'm used to that. College trained me well. If you're in college, you probably know about that starvation grind. Back to poverty, aren't we? I'm gonna mute myself real quick. Why are you watching instead of playing? I don't know. That's a very good question. You should probably be grinding because half AP event is about to be over soon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it is already over. Nope, it's still going on. Quest period 20. Nope. Half AP event. There's still 4 hours left. Yeah, you better get on that shit. What's for lunch? As my high school calculus AB AP teacher used to say, fried lice. Fried lice. It's what's for lunch. This could technically be like really early dinner by now. That's besides the point. Too bad we're not streaming. I'm not streaming on Twitch right now, because otherwise I could go under social eating. Describe taste. Describe taste. OPOP. God damn. Why is the bag that it came with fucking so moist? Moist catchgasm. Nah, I already know it's because of condensation. I really need another napkin. 5.5 million points. Good lord, you violated that demon, didn't you? Yeah, pretty much. I fucking squeezed it dry of all the hearts I could. Every day, once the heart node came out, every single day of Gouda event. Alright, I wonder what we're doing today. Fucking, let's go beat up a demon guy for another 20 hours. Just go beat him up for a quick second, yeah? In any case, the Mana Shop Prism should have refreshed, so we can go check that out real soon. We're gonna go ahead and do our little free summon here. Rider foe. I think we give it to Drake. Let's see if she needs it. Yeah, she probably does. Do I? Yeah. Alright. There we go. And then we can go to the shop and burn whatever useless embers that we don't need. Those, and we are back down to 294. Exchange mana prisms. Alright, so we got these to get, and I gotta do some quick calculations here just so that I know I have enough mana prisms. So the summon tickets are looks like they're 100, and the EXP card set is 200 by the seams of it, and 300 and 300. So that means 600, 800, and then 100. So I can't buy all of them right now. So let's see, 200, 800. So it would have to cost me 900 mana prisms. So we're gonna buy the summoning tickets, obviously. Most important thing to get there. And then we got 688 left. That means that the hero crystal, the star foes, are 600 total. Excuse me. 600. So we'll just buy out these each. Right here. Like that. And then the EXP cards that I'll just leave for now because obviously my account's pretty much fucking stacked with EXPs or Ember and XP cards, and Christmas is gonna come around, so I'm gonna get a whole bunch from that. So we don't really need to worry. This month you can get away with not buying the gold Ember cards. You can just say fuck it and just do whatever. All right, but I will buy everything else. So there we go. Here are the crystal fools. I'm gonna have to keep them there because my account just doesn't have enough space, and I haven't bought the second archive expansions yet, which sucks. But Mona Lisa was a little bit more important. That's for damn sure. In any case, I'm gonna mute myself because I have to fucking eat before I fall over. Have I limit broken Mona Lisa? Let me just show you my support setup real quick, and you can take a look at that. Actually, since it's Caster Daily now, I'm going to replace Mona Lisa with Limit Broken Halloween Princess. She can make use out of that. And then since Rider Daily is over, we can probably just stick Carmela with Mona Lisa too. Where is she? Actually, I might as well just stick Media Lily with my Mona Lisa. Where is it? I always forget where it goes. There it is. Because it's not like she needs her craft essence right now. It's like, what would you need it for? But yeah, I'll let you guys stare at my support list while I'm eating, because, like I said, I'm about to fucking fall over. Is Jack ready for you, however? Hopefully. Hopefully she can bless me as much as Skyhawk did. But we'll see in about, like, what, 6 hours? 7 hours? You don't have Tamamo? Yeah, I do. Heracles is overrated. Well, at least he's overrated with a good reason. In fact, in a mobile game like FGO, if someone's overrated, they're overrated for a good reason. If they're not overrated, that means they probably suck. You don't have me subscribed, but you got a notification about my stream, and you're fucking whale. Yeah, tell me about it. And for those of you guys who are just joining the stream, if you're wondering why my stream is just me staring at my support list right now, it's because I'm actually eating a very late lunch because I've been busy the entire day. And this is literally the first time this is the first opportunity I've had to sit down and actually eat anything. So, just give me a second. Just know that I'm still looking at chat, so... Well, actually, if I'm not playing, I'm probably looking at chat anyway, so... You don't get to whale until, like, tomorrow at 5 when your grandparents give you money. Whatever you need to do, man. You're not truly whaling until you surpass any amount of money grandparents could give you. I mean, the definition of whaling is subjective. People have different opinions of what whaling is, so... It's up to you. Free-to-play is life. The free-to-play route is the righteous route. Stay on it. Are you planning on getting all the 5 stars when the more servers we have in the game? My plan is to get every single server in the game. My absolute goal for this game is to get all the servants, get them all max bonded, all max ascended. And yeah, that's it. And try to max out their skills as much as possible. MP5ing everyone is a little bit of a stretch, so I'm not going to do that. But everything else I can do, I have confidence that I can do. Max ascension, max bond, and max skills as far as I can take them. At least to level 9, because crystallized lores are kind of a limited resource that you can't grind for. Imagine if you could grind for crystallized lores. Who's a better waifu? Fluffy Tail? Fleshy Tail? What kind of a name is that? Or Shisho? I prefer Taomo. But Skyhawk isn't bad either. That's a very hard question. Am I streaming later tonight for the Christmas event? Yes, I plan to. What's going to happen, for everyone in chat right now, what's going to happen is that I'm going to stream from right now, obviously, since I just went live like 15 minutes ago, until the servers go down. And once the excuse me, it's a random burp there because I'm eating. When the servers go down for maintenance at around 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is in roughly 4 hours right now, a little bit less than 4 hours, I'm going to stop streaming, and then I'm going to take over some others IRL stuff. And then what's going to happen is I will not be able to stream the moment the servers go live, unless they have some sort of extended maintenance, which, you know, given their track record, given Aniplex's track record so far, they've done a good job of not having extended maintenance, which I'm sure some of you are actually bummed about, because that means no apologies, no! But anyways, that's what's going to happen. I won't be able to stream the instant the servers come out, which I would have wanted to, I would have liked to do, but then IRL calls, and I actually have to be outside of the house until like maybe an hour, up to an hour later after the event goes live. So the only circumstance in which I actually do manage to stream when the event goes live, like the instant the servers go back up, is if there is extended maintenance at all, like at least 1 hour extended maintenance. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait for me to come back home so I can stream again, and do a midnight stream, I guess. But I do plan on doing a midnight stream. Just keep that in mind. So I guess in about 8 hours, just keep an eye out on my channel to see when it goes live and whatnot, I guess. And that's my plans anyway. You guys get to all watch me get super salty about not rolling Jack. If you're a guy and you get Jackie, do you become a father or still a mother in her eyes? That's a good question. My dude, why is your Mona Lisa not on Drake? Because today's caster daily, and Drake is really fucking good at farming casters, obviously. So that's why. It's very inefficient to have Drake with Mona Lisa, especially right now when people are probably looking for strong rider farmers or strong rider supports to farm caster daily. You don't want Drake to have Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is basically a useless craft essence. All it does is help you farm QP more. It's intended strictly to be a backline craft essence. It does nothing for your servant or whoever is using it or holding on to it, I guess, other than just give them a little bit of health and damage. That's it. It's basically worthless for farming. And the Drake is basically a god tier farmer, so whatever she needs to have a craft essence that helps her farm better. Anything. So having her have Mona Lisa is actually very inefficient. It's actually one of the worst craft essence you could actually give her. But door farming, yeah, I understand. But this is very whale-like mentality. This does not apply to most of you. But this is what I'm about to tell you is very much whale mentality. If you're farming QP, you don't want to have to rely on your support to help you farm, because Mona Lisa, like I said, like I've been saying for the past 3 minutes, is a useless craft essence other than giving you 10% extra QP when limit broken. When you're farming QP, you have to rely on your own servants. You have to use, you know, 3 riders or 3 berserkers or any mix and match whatever, and in order for you to 3-turn it, 3-turn the 40 AP QP daily. That's what you need to do in order to be as optimal as you can be. If you're depending on a strong support for your QP farming, and you put that support with Mona Lisa in your front lines, that means you're not being efficient. Very whale mentality. This will not apply to the vast majority of you in chat. But if you are a whale, that's what you should be. That's what you should try to be doing. And about half my friends list is like whales like me too. So, and as you know, the truth of it is that those whales who grind as much as who grind the game as much as I do are the ones giving me the most friends points, or potentially. So there you have it. That's reasonable, but you would still put it on Drake for close farming QP. You have your Zerkers for Rider quests. I disagree. I disagree. The 40 AP caster daily has enemies who have anywhere from 10k HP to 13k HP on the first wave, anywhere from what 18k to 22k HP on the second wave, and then finally for the third wave, I think Waver has like 150,000 or 155,000 health or something like that. Berserkers are not optimal. You need riders. Berserkers, remember, Berserkers only deal 50% extra damage. Whereas those with class advantages, like riders versus casters, riders do double damage, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that how it works? Let me actually research it before I actually spew nonsense. Let's see. Nah, not right now, Firefox. I don't need you to fucking give me updates. Let's see, riders. Let me look this up. Riders. Yeah, casters take double damage from riders. Riders deal double damage against casters. If you have a berserker in caster dailies, it's not efficient unless you're just using Lancelot or any berserker with an AoE MP just to wave clear the second wave. That's it. However, Drake is a rider. Drake is one of the best farming servants in the game. She's kind of fucking useful. So, yeah, that's why. farming any class daily with berserkers is not always optimal, or it's not always the most efficient. If you can have servants in your front line that have class advantage for that daily, that's always going to be better than bringing berserkers. That being said, obviously berserkers are always useful, and you can wave clear, you can use them to wave clear. But if you're trying to like DPS down the final boss that has like anywhere from like 155,000 to like 200,000 health, like Guild does, using a berserker is not optimal. Unless you have a Kintoki that looks something like this. Yeah, unless you have Kintokis that kind of look something like that, berserkers are not optimal. Is that how the average Kintoki should look like? No, your average Kintoki should look something like this. Your average Kintoki should look something like this. Yeah, my Kintoki is very middle of the road. It's very average. Because you have to consider the fact that my Kintoki is only MP1. 646 is decently leveled, but it's not as high as it could be. Kintoki is like the exception to farming berserkers, because what the fuck is this? Later, damn you. This fucking software update. Kintoki is the exception to farming berserkers because of his first skill, Monstrous Strength. At level 10, it gives him a plus 50% increase to damage. That's basically like having Mana Burst, except that it applies to all your damage. So, that and combined with NP levels, if you have, let's say, an MP3 Kintoki with level 10 Monstrous Strength, he can nuke the fuck out of people. FGO.exe isn't responding, well, it still is. It's just stupid phone update. I should have updated it overnight, the previous night, but I forgot to because I'm a dipshit. Excuse me. MP1 is normal though, yeah, but not for whales like me. Not for whales like me. Now let me show you those other Kintokis on my friends list. Let's sort by attack. Let's take a look at Zio's. He's got a NP5 Kintoki, whose stats look kind of like that, and he's got what we like to call a super scope, a max leveled limit broken K scope. That is what your Kintoki should strive for, my friend. That is what your ultimate farming Kintoki should look like. Trying to build out your team for the event. Is Martha, Marie, Santa, Alter, and support Santa Alter too heavy on the right class? Other units are Caesar and Robin Hood. Well, first of all, from what I've been hearing, you can't even get Santa Alter until the last 3 days of the event. So for now, I would suggest you take out Santa Alter because you can't get it right away. From what I hear. But yes, it is a little bit heavy on the rider class. Having both Martha and Marie is fine. I would recommend putting in Martha for a party heal and a debuff clear, or Marie for tanky rider. But don't put them both at the same in the front lines at the same time. Don't put them at the same time. Have one in the front and one in the back. Running Caesar, Robin Hood, and Martha wouldn't sound bad, because that would be a little bit of a well-rounded class. You got an archer, saber, and a rider. I wonder if anyone's ever pulled 7 5-stars in a roll. I've seen a picture where someone pulled 5 Nightingales in the same multi-roll. So someone's gotten close. They've gotten close. How much money do you think I've invested in the game? Anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. $2,000 to $3,000, easy. About a third of that went into farming, probably. Anyways, for those of you guys who are just joining the stream, the reason why you're just sitting here staring at my support list is because I'm in the middle of eating right now. I'm almost done, but I literally haven't had a chance to eat the entire day, so give me a moment. I'll still be reading chat though. Anything good for dinner? Well, I'm having what my high school calculus teacher once called fried rice. Is my Mona Lisa limit broken? If you couldn't tell by the star that's on the bottom left or on the bottom right, now you see. Now you can see. Why not give Drake Mona Lisa? Because Drake is one of the best farmers in the game, if not the best farming server in the game. If you give her Mona Lisa, she cannot farm. Simple as that. Mona Lisa, besides the fact that it increases your QP gain by 10%, is a useless fucking craft essence. The only reason why you have it is because QP becomes one of the biggest limiting factors in the game, and having this makes QP farming a lot more efficient. And a lot faster, or not a lot faster, but a lot more efficient. You don't have to farm QP as long, or as much. But it by itself, this is a useless fucking craft essence. All it does is give your, whatever servant that's holding it, a little bit of HP and a little bit of attack. It doesn't help your servants farm whatsoever. It doesn't help them at all. So giving it to someone like Drake, who needs a craft essence to make her as efficient of a farming servant as possible, it's bad. Giving this to her is really, really bad. Then again, I do understand that this is very much so whale mentality, but if you want to farm QP as efficiently as possible, do not give this to your writer. Because if you want to farm this efficiently, you want to have someone who has a you don't want to depend on a support for like, you know, combat support if they have Mona Lisa on it. You just want to give it to someone who won't really matter to you when you're actually farming QP. So in other words, you need to rely on your own team and have both Mona Lisas in the backline. For most of you, this will not apply, obviously, because not all of you guys are whales. But that's just my mentality, because I am a whale, so that's why I think like that. Even beyond that, just giving Mona Lisa to someone like Drake isn't a good idea anyway, because Drake is so good at farming, she can farm anything that's not an assassin. So, yeah, if you give her Mona Lisa, she can't farm, or and nowhere near as close as she could be, or as efficiently as she could be. And that's why it's just generally not a good idea to give Drake specifically Mona Lisa. If you don't have Drake and you just have another writer, then that's fine. I think giving Mona Lisa to basically any other writer is okay, because like they're not Drake. But if you do have Drake, better to give her something that you can use to farm more efficiently, in my opinion. Brandon Drugs, that's exactly what I'm doing. You're completely right. The thing is, half the people on my friends list are also whales like me. And you know you know on average who's gonna give me more friends points? Those other whales. And those other whales aren't just farming QP, they're farming basically anything else that they want to farm. And who are they gonna search for if they're farming? Probably Drake. So I understand that, like I said, I'm making this very clear, or at least I'm trying to. This is very much so whale mentality. I said this will not apply to most of you in chat because most of you are not whales. But in case you are, and you happen to have a friends list that looks something like this, with people on it like with support lists that look something like wait, hold on, that's not it. With support lists that look something like this, or where's LJ here? When you have people who have friend support lists that look something like that, and there's a lot of them in your friends list, you want to try to cater a little bit to them. Just saying. I said it was an incorrect decision. Yeah, if you're a whale like me. If you're not a whale, then obviously that doesn't apply to you, because I literally said if you're not a whale, this does not apply. You got 6 2030s from, or you got 6? Holy shit, that's a lot. From spending $400 on the Thanksgiving Gacha. No Scott, what sports servant should run 2030? You have it on Joan, Altera, Ku, and Carmilla. Anyone who's a support servant. So Jean, or whatever the fuck her name is, however the hell you pronounce it, is a perfect fit, obviously. Altera I would hesitate on because Altera is meant to be a DPS servant. Altera needs to attack, so giving her 2030 is not optimal. As for, let me scroll up here real quick. Ku could be good. Ku benefits more from having a CE that keeps him alive longer, but if you're not worried about him dying, I mean, you shouldn't be in the first place, but it's not. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not bad on Ku, but I think giving him something like I don't know, like hell, you can even give him Nightless Rose, and I think it would be better because actually it gives him an extra guts, so you don't have to use his gut skill until later on, so you can just burn that guts at his craft essence guts first. But even then, Nightless Rose isn't the best craft essence out there. But Ku, if you want to, it could work. It's not like he like benefits too greatly or suffers too greatly from having it himself. Carmilla, that's a little bit of a tougher decision. I think Carmilla has very high attack for a 4-star, so whatever you can do to buff her attack would be better. And besides, she doesn't really have anything that buffs crit damage or whatever. I don't know. That Carmilla is a little bit weird. If you have no one else who can hold it, I guess, but I'm gonna have to think about that one. But Jean definitely for sure, and Ku maybe. Ku can get away with it because 2030 gives him more health. So if he has more health, he obviously stays alive longer. You know? Anyways, I will be right back because I gotta throw in my trash, and we will get started farming. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we back. So, let's get on with the show, shall we? Let's see, it's Saber and Ryder again on rotation. So, let's go ahead and bring out the Lemon Broken Lancelots. So excited. Nobu and I guess Eric can do the job. Alright, how close is Oka to her bond? 145,000. Skyhawk is still like 1, so she's up all the way. French Saber is almost at bond 8. You saw Skyhawk, I'm out! Which skill should be maxed on Meta Lily? Whatever her heal skill is. Poison proof? Max that first. Max that first, and then Ephemeral Love, her 3rd skill, and then max, what is it? Rapid Words of Divine Casting last. You don't even need to max it. You just need to get it to at least level 4 and you're good. because at level 4, she instantly gains MP, even at 0%, because it increases her MP gauge literally by 104%, I think, or 102%. So Poison Proof, Ephemeral Love, and then Rapid Casting, in that order. Where do I farm bond points? I get that question every single day, or every time I live stream. There are nodes where you can efficiently farm bond points, like Germania and Septim, or the Bountiful Seas node in Okeanos. But I'm not specifically grinding for bond. You have to understand, like, people look at other, like, for example, people look at me and they're like, how do you have so many max bonds? Like, how do you like farm bond? You just do. You just grind. That's it. Like, people always seem to be asking, like, oh, what's, like, are there any tips and tricks to grinding bond? No, there isn't. Just play the game. You just play the game a lot, and then the bond levels will follow. Don't even think about it. If you're trying to, if you're grinding for the sake of grinding bond, that's not the right mentality to have, because it just takes so long that even thinking about it and trying to keep track of it is just gonna drive it nuts. You switched Daughteru to K-Scope, switch Camilla to Limit Broken IE, and then Tamamo from Fullcraft to 2030. I mean, I guess that could work. Maybe. Yeah, I could see that working. Tamamo doesn't really need Limit Broken Fullcraft, but I guess it'd be nice. Let's see, some other stuff. I know that you can do some filters here, can't you? XPs. Actually, no, wait, hold on. That just gets rid of everything. You can see how much I don't use these kind of things. These filters, whatever. Alright, there we go. So just 2, but I need to get rid of 2 more, I think. We'll keep the riders. Let's see. There aren't any Lancers, so I'm just going to get rid of some of the Lancer XP cards. There we go. Yeah, we're good to go. For now, anyway. Alright, there we go. But if you're free to play, it's... God damn it, your message went off the screen. But if you're free to play, it feels a lot less efficient to grind the high BP areas rather than grind material areas or XP areas. It's a lot less efficient to grind high. Well, yeah, because those high bond areas are actually really tough. They're actually really tough. If you don't have a strong enough team to, like, 3-turn it, then you're just better just sticking with the dailies for if you want to, like, physically grind bond points, which I don't recommend that you do, but some people want to, so I guess I can't really stop you. Actually, I have to do this. Like, you need to have a strong team in order to grind those high bond point nodes in the story whatevers. The story nodes. Do you think they're going to do London first or Saber Wars? I mean, I could see them going either way, personally. Let's just go ahead and speak. I could see them going either way. Because the Star Wars movie comes out, I heard, on like the 15th, just about. So if Christmas ends on the 11th, they could have like a 4-day break and just drop Saber Wars on us. They could do that. But considering the fact that I've heard that we need to have London before Saber Wars, because having Saber Wars first before London doesn't make any sense, I could also see them releasing London right after Christmas event ends. In which case, my prediction that there will be a 3-part London banner I guess will turn out to be incorrect. But whatever. This has already been interesting enough that I just don't care. Don't even care if I'm wrong. Just Aniplex is doing some crazy shit. And people are screaming about how the world's coming to an end. Oh my god! Aniplex released the Christmas event like 2 weeks early. Ah! Let's just get rid of Berserker card. There we go. We're back down to 299. Turns out it'll be both at the same time. I don't think they're gonna have. I don't think their Aniplex is crazy enough to run 2 events at the same time. That's just not gonna happen. I don't think. They don't want to, because see, here's the problem with having like 2 banners up at the same time. Unless unless you're doing it all under like one event. London and Saber Wars are 2 completely separate events. Like, even if they're related in some way because you need London before Saber Wars, they're still 2 completely different events. They're each their own little thing. The problem that comes up if you have, both of them run at the same time, like they start and end at the same time, or they overlap, is that Aniplex is gonna end up dividing the money. Like what am I gonna say here? Because I keep stumbling over my words like a fucking idiot. Aniplex is going to end up dividing the player base in terms of money, like how much revenue that they're getting, instead of releasing events one at a time as they should, so that they can have people put in money into each individual event. If they run 2 events at the same time, that means that they're forcing people to choose which event that they want to put their money into. Not everyone is like me, where we can just throw our money around and we can literally roll any gacha that we want that's available. Not everyone's like that. Most people are actually reasonable human beings and only set they give themselves a set budget, and then whatever with that budget, they're gonna use it on one or the other, or they're gonna have to split it up. But they don't want to do that, because if you split up your funds, maybe you don't have as much of a chance of pulling whatever 5-star server for one particular gacha. It gets weird. It gets overly complicated. So I don't think Aniplex is gonna do that, and if they are planning to somehow, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, they'd really be cannibalizing themselves by doing that. Most people are not whales. Yeah. Blew your mind there, didn't I? Sorry. My bad. My bad. Thanksgiving Manor, that's one event. They specifically, when they announced it, it's all under Thanksgiving. That's why I don't consider that a multi-event banner thing. Yeah, sure, they had multiple gachas coming up, throughout the duration of Thanksgiving, but they were all one at a time. That, and we all knew that those gachas wouldn't have any different unique servants that aren't part of the Thanksgiving event thing. We knew that we were gonna have Skyhawk, Gil, and Kintoki, and it's obviously different from how JP did it, sure, but Thanksgiving, Aniplex decides to throw something unique for us, which is great, I guess. That's not what I'd consider 2 banners or 2 events at the same time. It's still one event, Thanksgiving. And plus, if you wanted to have a chance to at all 3 of them at the same time, you could do that during the last 3 days of Thanksgiving, or the Thanksgiving event, the last 3 days, or the past 3 days, I should say. That's not what I'd consider whatever it is that you're thinking, like a split up banner or whatever. We still have 300. Shit. Burn the sabers. Come on. If you roll Jack with a ticket by luck, but you have quartz left, should you try to MP2? Yeah. I think you should. Any 5-star single target servant, I'd like to at least MP2. That's what I did for Okita and Skahawk. I'm gonna do the same for Jack, hopefully. You're going to roll very little on Saber Wars because you want Saber Alter. You do realize that Saber Alter is on raid up during Saber Wars, right? You sound as if you know that you're gonna get Saber Alter within like 100 quartz or something. Alright, gotta sell some more shit. Sell. We're gonna get cut off from maintenance? Yeah, they're gonna take down the servers. I think they have Saber Wars is maybe coming right after the Christmas event for the Star Wars movie release, otherwise it'd be a really bad choice to have Christmas event this year. That's literally the only reason that we can think of. They wouldn't, I would have thought they wouldn't have done anything to tamper with the Christmas schedule. They'd have to have a really fucking good reason for it, and there happens to be one. As soon as you pull one Saber Alter, you're ending your roll. So you assume it's not going to be a super hard whale roll like a 5-star? I don't know, man. I don't know. Back when Saber Alter was on raid up, I heard of a guy who got 3 Kintogis before he got 1 Saber Alter. Imagine how much quartz that must have taken him. You never know, bro. You never know. Isn't maintenance like 3 hours away? Yeah, it should be. Like 3.5 hours or something like that. No, 3 hours by now. It's yep, just about 3 hours. Damn, your highest is Coup at Bond 7 and you thought you farmed a lot? Nah, you don't know what farming is. If your highest Bond is Bond 7 and you think you farm a lot, you don't know what farming is. That's not farming, that's just playing the game. You're not farming, you're just playing the game. Let's just put it that way. When you say you farm the game, bruh. Bruh. So 2 more hours? No, 3 more hours. 3. many Rapple refills a day do you think classifies as farming? I don't know. On a normal day without any half AP events, I could probably use like 50 Rapples a day for like Rider dailies or Caster dailies. Yeah, 50 is easy. How many boxes is my goal? However much I can. I don't... You Mark, you misunderstand whales like me who grind the fuck out of this game. It's not that we have a goal. Our goal is just get as much shit as we can. If that's even a goal. And which it isn't. A goal should have a limit. We don't. We don't have a limit. That's the difference. How long is maintenance going to be? 3 hours as usual. Unless they have extended maintenance, in which case, College and 3.1. Lol, your standards are different. Yeah, the game that we whales play is a little bit different from the game that that everyone else who isn't a whale plays. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It's kind of like how if any of you guys follow like competitive esports scenes, you know, be it like League of Legends or, you know, fighting game tournaments or whatever. If you follow those kinds of scenes, you'll know that sometimes the professional scene is a little bit different, or the professional esports scene thinks of the game in a little bit of a different way than most other people see it. It's kind of like, I kind of liken it to that. We're playing a little bit of a different game here. Extended maintenance, please! More Apologems! Yeah, I know, right? Am I using an emulator or something else? Also, can you have the same account on phone and computer? If you're using an emulator, the emulator, it has its own unique account, I'm pretty sure. If my knowledge of emulators is correct. But no, I'm not using an emulator. I'm using a program called SideSync. You can look it up. At least you enjoy the game. If I didn't enjoy the game, why the fuck would I be grinding like this? No sane person is going to grind a game like this, at least to, like, for example, to the extent that I have, and not like the game. You're not gonna do that. That's pure hell. You're just not gonna do that. By the end of this, whales will be drowning in bones, talons, and dust, and hero. I don't know what heroes is. I'm assuming you mean like foes. Yeah, pretty much. Our biggest worry, in fact, is that in FGO, there's a hard cap that you can have of QP, and that's 999,999,999 QP. If you hit that hard cap, and you try to do anything, the game says, no, you need to spend that QP. So in case you don't have anything to spend it on, you're basically fucked, because you can't play anything. Because the game wants you to get rid of your QP so it can give you more, and the game hard caps you at literally one less than 1 billion. So that's our worry right now, that we might grind too hard, and then we end up, you know, getting near the 999,999,999 QP mark. Because there is actually a soft or a hard cap from what I hear. That's our worry. Yours, Google, whatever. Okay. Do I watch Monaco? Yeah, of course. I watch his videos. When is Christmas gonna hit? In like 3 hours. Is there any server that you plan to grow to 100? Herc first, then Medio Lily, then Talamo. And I'll think about everyone else after that. Though by that point, I'd already have used up, what, 19 Grails? And there's only like 22 to 23 or 24 in JP. So that's already the vast majority of Grails right there. Holy shit, that's awful coding. That's not my position to say. But from what I hear, the hard cap for FGO is 999,999,999 QP. If you go too hard on Christmas boxes, you're gonna for sure hit that cap. Yeah, that's the reason why my my QP right now is just hovering around 100 million. I was planning on grinding out QP until I had at least 500 million, and then someone told me, oh no, wait, you don't do that because there's a hard cap of you know, basically a billion QP, and Christmas is coming, so you don't want to do that. So I was like, okay, all right. So I didn't. You can hard lock your game from farming too much? Yeah. It's possible. It's definitely possible. From what I hear, of course. So you're fucked if you have max QP, you have nothing to spend on? Yeah, basically. And you can actually reach that point if you've maxed out your servants, like max ascended everyone. You've max ascended like all the skills. You've max ascended craft essences and whatever. And assuming you've farmed the game so much that you filled up your entire second archive with, you know, limit broken craft essences that you've been turning into CE bombs. Like literally your entire craft essence second archive is filled to the brim with craft essence bombs that are max leveled, and you literally can't spend anything on anything anymore. You could reach that point. It's highly unlikely, but you can theoretically reach that point. Plays in Common Arms, no. I'm done with that game. I've moved on. And you should too. And besides, isn't Nexon fucking... What are they doing now? They're like giving control of the game, like they're handing the rights to the game to some other company? If that's not a sure sign that the game's dying, I mean, the game already died like a year or two ago. In any case, let's go into caster farming. All right. So you wonder, so people were asking me, why do you have your limit broken? Why don't you have your limit broken Mona Lisa on your Drake? Well, these guys would kind of agree with me here. Let's see. This is my farming team, my daily farming team. Let's see. We'll need. Who do we need here? We're gonna need Anna and Mary. That's for damn sure. We need her. Let's see. Does she have the? No, that's the one that's only 30. Excuse me. That. Actually, no. We're just gonna do this. Let's see. Who else? We can't use Martha anymore because I already max bonded her. Are there? What's this fucking thing on my screen? Shit. Marie, I guess? We could use Marie. Yeah, why not? We can use Marie. And then give... Actually, no. Replace this with the weaker K-scope. Get this K-scope to her. Get rid of these. I know we want to keep that one. Her with let's see, French saber. Rotate it around like this. So what craft essence do we want on her? Just in case of focus. All right, let's do it. Yo, how am I? Hey, what's up? Lolly Defiler. Literally your name on Discord, isn't it? Lolly Defiler. Why don't I filter by bond level? Can you do that? I don't bother filtering anything. I'm used to not filtering. I just don't bother with it. Can I equip Bond 10 CEs on anyone? Yes, you can. The game won't stop you. You just don't get their effects. So why you would want to do that, I'm not sure, but you can. You can if you really want to. How many max bonded servants do you have? 17. 17, and Martha was my most recent max bonded servant. Can't Marie just kill everyone with MP? Yes, shut up, Gia. Shut the hell up. Yeah, bond craft essences can only work on whoever's servant that you got that bond craft essence from. It won't work with anyone else. I'll just sell my saber cards, fuck it. Yo, why am I grinding Tammy? I'm just doing them for the mana prisms. I know, Zio, I know that you told me not to, but then I figured that since it's half AP daily, or it's half AP event, and I'm kind of running low on mana prisms again because I just bought out the mana prism shop. I'm just doing them straight for the MPs, the mana prisms. Yeah, I know it's not efficient. Not efficient AP usage. Honestly, if you didn't have like 2 kids, you'd be joining me in the way of life. 20s make that hard. Yeah, I'm young and I'm single. Thank God. I'm gonna enjoy the single life while I can. Let's see, I'll just spam Marie's MP. Go, Marie! Just trample everyone with your glass horse or whatever the hell it's supposed to be. Should you get a Catalyst or Jack? You know, maybe a kitchen knife works. What would be a good Jack catalyst? I would say a kitchen knife, right, or something like that. Actually, I could just wreck them all with Pikeman's Drake. Go, Pikeman! One guy on your friends list had Ku with Herc's Bond 10 CE on his support. He probably isn't aware of the fact that he needs to have that bond craft that is on Herc. He probably didn't read it right. Like I would think that that's a case of him just not knowing the fact that bond craft essences are meant only to be used on the servant that you got them from. That's what I would think. If it were on like someone else, then I would think that he's just being a troll. I know Zio in the chat for one puts mismatches his bond craft as just to trigger people. I know that's what he does. He puts like he put Berserker Cat's Tamacat's bond CE on who was it? Ushi, I think it was, or someone? Something stupid like that. Oh, you have to be mad. It's only a game. I don't think this will kill, but we'll see. 16. Hey, now you got Ushi's bought now. Now that she's maxed. Okay, okay, Zio. Okay. I haven't checked your support list in a while, so I don't know that, but okay. If you say so. Do I or have I played any other gacha games? No, this is literally the only one that I play. Before my evil friends introduced me to FGO, I was not a fan. I was never a fan of mobile games. Like, all I would use my phone for was just like work and calling people and texting friends, and that's it. And earlier this year, my friends even told me about, hey, you know, there's this thing called FGO JP. You should try it out. I was like, nah, I don't feel like it. And then when summer came around, when we were gearing up for Anime Expo, my friends came back and said, hey, they're localizing FGO now for English. I was like, I don't know. And they were like, well, you know, they're having this event for, you know, they're having like FGO stuff for Anime Expo, and you might as well download it to have something to do. I was like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. And then, yeah, I walked into hell and I never got out. So, rip me, I guess. I walked into hell and now I'm trapped. Converted by waifus. Not necessarily by the waifus. I literally just played it just so that I could have something to do while waiting in fucking lines and during Anime Expo. Just to relieve my boredom. And I played it a little bit more and more, like slowly but surely. I played it more and more especially throughout the con, and eventually I came to the point where I was like, wait a minute, there's this mechanic called an AP refill bar that's stopping me from not playing the game as much as I want to. What the fuck is this? And how do I get rid of it? You can buy quartz to refill your AP? Well, fuck. I'll do it anyway! The sad, sad life of someone having their life consumed by FGO. It happens to the best of us sometimes, and the worst of us. You are now a Sith Lord! God. The dankest of Sith Lords, with the dankest of memes. Ugh. What have I got myself into? Actually. Let's see, that should one turn them. The path of a whale! Good. Good, let the whale flow through you! Good. Good, let it consume you! Let it consume you! You know, another funny anecdote that I have about my career, the start of my FGO quote-unquote career, was that I remember there in like the last few days before my friends and I went to Anime Expo. One of our friends came back from was visiting just to, you know, come with us to Anime Expo, and he originally lives in the East Coast. So we went out that night to have grab something to eat together. And while we were waiting for our food, my friends basically convinced me to try to do the whole reroll trick just to see if I could start my account with a 5-star. And then I rolled, because my phone was a piece of crap back then. I was using my old phone. It couldn't run FGO very well, so downloading the game literally took like 20 to 30 minutes at a time. So I managed to like re-download the game like 4 or 5 times, some shit like that. And all those times when I tried re-rolling, because back then you could do 2 rolls per account re-rolling, because of the whole, oh, join the game and you get so and so many quartz. And when I did that, I didn't get a 5-star for like the first 4 or 5 rolls, so I was like, whatever. And by that point, we'd already done eating and we were ready to go back home. So when I did come back home, I was like, okay, it's late at night. I'll do 1 more account re-roll, and if I don't get a 5-star, I'll just be like, fuck this game, whatever, just move on and shit like that. And then Artoria shows up on literally my last roll, because I did 2 multis, and then I had enough quartz to roll a single roll 2 or 3 times, I think. And then my very last roll, with the last 3 quartz that you could possibly use to single roll, I got Artoria. So I was like, okay, well, that's a sign. Fuck. The sign of a lifetime. The sign of a whale. Your destiny has now been sealed. You cannot escape it. Where the fuck do you get all this money to even, well, you're a shitty free-to-play poor fag. Well, I'm a working man, so I've got this thing called disposable income, which I'm very thankful to have. That, and I hardly spent shit on it, much anything else, so yeah. The only money that I ever spend money on, or the only money that I spend on, is food, bills, You know, whatever else that I really need. Not just like, oh, I want to have this. Just no, like, just really need, and that's it. Living like that helped me build up a little bank that I can now use to freely whale on this game and watch my hard-earned cash just go right down the drain. Meh, to be honest, hell looks pretty good. Yeah, no, right? When hell looks something like that support list that I put up earlier in the stream, it's not so bad. Well, at least that's what you tell yourself. So would your command spell be whale-shaped? I've actually kind of thought about what my preferred command seal design would be. And I've actually come up with a few designs, actually. I just can't show them because I basically drew them down on paper and not actually on like any digital platform because I don't know how to draw. I wish I did. But alas, I don't. But I've actually thought about what my command seal would be. I'm sure a lot of you guys have too, because we're all fucking weeaboo shitheads. You really need them waifus, man. When you started this game on an A, they already locked it so you can't roll your 5-star with your first 10 roll. Yeah, the tutorial roll, as they call it. Yeah, you could do that when the game first came out. That's what I did, and I got Artoria from the tutorial roll because I kept account re-rolling. Because the game would give you 30 quartz to tutorial roll, and then they gave you another 30 quartz or something like that, or like 40 quartz or so, to I think they give you 40 to as like kind of their promotion for people just getting into the game at the very start. So that was kind of like their promotion thing. So I may have actually gotten Artoria outside of that tutorial roll. I'm not sure. I know for a fact that she was my very last roll that night, so it probably was outside of the tutorial roll. It might have been that you couldn't even roll a 5-star even back then when you did when the game first came out. Who knows? Let's see. Gotta buff her. You had an account with Vlad and was happy with it until you lost your dating code. Yeah. Yeah. My friend, one of our other friends that I like to go hang out, that my usual crew likes to go hang out with to eat and stuff, is he actually, we convinced him to get into the game too, and then he re-rolled until he got Vlad, and Vlad was his first 5-star. Vlad or Oppai? Oppai all day. Vlad's a little boring for me. If it's flat, you have nothing to grab onto. Sorry. Am I going to continue whaling until maintenance for the stream? What do you mean? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to farm until... fuck. I'm going to farm until the servers go down for maintenance. And I'm going to end the stream, because obviously, what the hell am I going to stream at by that point? I'm going to end the stream, go take care of some other real-life stuff, and I'm going to come back later tonight in order to do a midnight stream for whaling. I won't be able to stream the moment the event goes live, unfortunately, because I have to be actually out of the house. Take care of some stuff. So, the moment I get back home, though, I will start streaming. So just keep an eye on my YouTube channel, and to make sure that you're there when I actually do go live. But yes, I will be doing a midnight live stream. What's my favorite kind of team? Buster, Arts, or Quick? Whatever works. I don't have a preference. Whatever is fun to use. I've used an Arts team. It's really fun watching Vlad spam his MP over and over again. I like Buster teams because, you know, Buster memes. Just kill everyone one turn. And I would imagine I would like, what is it? Quick teams too, just to watch everyone blow up with crits. Just nuke everyone with crits. That'd be fun too. You didn't reroll at all? Pick Time Cap? for the mass recruitment campaign, and now you have 6 stars as free to play. Weird. Yep, definitely weird. Some people just have a luck of a god. That's it. Ray up is indeed not a lie, huh? Your best decision ever was spending about $50 on a... Let's see. On a Jean, Okta, Orion, Waiver, and Artillery account? Yeah. Holy shit. That's a good fucking deal. You got 5 stars out of that? Okta and Waiver on it? Waiver single-handedly makes that account worth it. And I guess Jean too. But Orion and Artillery are bonuses. But Waiver, Okta, and John, you didn't even need to have Orion or Artoria. That would have still been worth that $50. Who should you grail? Grail whoever you want. Grail for love, not for stats. If you don't have love, if you don't know love, because you're a heartless, emotionless bitch, then I guess grail for stats. I guess because by that point you have a lot bigger problems than worrying about who you want to grail. Just saying. You wasted your 150-day quartz and got poop. Or got shit. Good or bad? Bad. Why did you waste it when there's a new banner coming up? Unless you wanted to roll for like Skullhawk last minute. In which case, I don't know. No love, only lust. Then, you know, grail for lust then, I guess. That's because that's still better than rolling for stats, or grailing for stats, right? Literally grailing for any other reason than stats is a good reason. When you grail for stats, that's when you know you're done fucked up. But even then, that's fine too. If you really want to grail for stats, that's fine too. I mean, there are some people who just grail waiver just so that their waiver is on the top of the caster support list, so that they get more friends points. Memes. Biggest whaling season is probably going to be for Daughteru. I actually saw a graph somewhere on while I was fishing for images for my pics to use for my videos on Google Images, where it shows like the sales revenue that Aniplex, or DW I guess in this case, DW got from the JP version, and like stats of how much money that the Android side got them and the iOS side got them. And I think on the Android side, I think it was like either Merlin or Mysterious Heroine Alter X or MHX Alter who got what is it, DW, the most amount of money from iPhones, I think. It's actually kind of surprising how that turned out. Mysterious Heroine Alter X is surprisingly extremely popular. Like we go nuts over Daughteru and Merlin as a community, but there are some surprises in there, like MHX Altered. I'm sure there are some of you in the chat right now who are kind of hyped about her too. No, yeah, understandably. You've been stashing like $50 a week for Daughteru. The long-term investments. The long-term investments. Imagine you're saving $50 a week for like the next for like an entire year, like 8 or 9 months, or until whenever it is that Daughteru comes out, right? Like in April or some shit. And then when a banner finally comes out, you're like, yes, let's cash this shit. You cash it, you start rolling, Daughteru first roll. Oh god, oh god. I don't know if that's a worse feeling than not rolling Daughteru at all. I mean, obviously it's not. You got Daughteru at the end of the day, you know. But you spend all that time saving for that waifu, and you get her first roll or first pull. Like rip, rip. But I guess, hey, that's all that extra money that you didn't have to spend, right? Now let's spend it on other things. Like more banners! More and more and more banners. Be like getting tax money back, alright? Like, you guys have no idea how relieved I was. How many of you guys in chat have seen my my rolling for Shisho video that I put up on my channel? Like 1 or 2 days after the Thanksgiving banner went live. I'm sure that a decent amount of you have watched that video. The moment I pulled Skyhawk within like 90 or 120 quartz, I was so fucking relieved. Like, I was like, yes, this is fine. The time has finally come where I don't have to spend more than 500 quartz to get one fucking 5-star, or the 5-star on Raid Up or whatever. That was like the single biggest relief of my entire FGO career. Just pulling Saho within 120. And imagine my surprise when I pull her twice more over the course of another like 90 quartz. And then I spent more anyway, yeah. That's exactly right. I spent more anyway. What can I say? Confessions of a dirty, dirty whale. What can I say? Is this even gonna kill? I don't even think it is. Fuck. God damn it, Marie, why are you so weak? Marie, why you gotta do this to me, man? Come on, girl. Have I ever single ticketed a 5-star? No. But I have single rolled a waiver. That's the only time I've ever gotten a 5-star from. Well, no, I did single pull a Kentucky, but by that I don't count that because by the time I actually pulled him, I already spent like 450 something quartz just trying to pull him. So I don't count that. Have I ever like, this is my very first roll of the day, boom, 5-star? No, I've never done that. Never done that. And I highly doubt it'll ever happen. See, being free to play sucks because you see all these other people get 5 stars and you feel like trash, but at the same time, at least you didn't spend $2,100 on shit. Yeah, being a free to play on this game is very conflicting. It's like, you want the 5 stars, but at the same time, you don't want to drop like $2,000 on a stupid mobile game, right? It's very conflicting. At the end of the day, do what you want. It's your money after all. Spent 400 quartz trying to get Drake. 2 weeks later, got her a fucking ticket. Gotcha trolls, man. The gotcha trolls. Who's this best Daughteru you're referring to? I wonder. Playing free to play makes you appreciate 3 or 4 stars more? Yeah, naturally. That's bound to happen. We've been playing Gotcha Games free to play for years, but FGO broke the hell out of you. Yeah, FGO is renowned, well, not renowned, but it's infamous for having some of the worst gotcha rates in any gotcha game ever, I'm pretty sure. Like, I've heard that in Fire Emblem Heroes, even getting like the rarest unit in the game is still a good 6% of you pulling that whatever that unit is. In FGO, it's less than 1%. It's less than fucking 1%. Like, what? Who thought that was a fucking good idea? Well, obviously. Obviously the DW guys, because they're fucking rolling in cash right now somewhere. Somewhere in Japan. Best thing you do if you think that you have shit luck is just buy an account. Yeah. I think there are already accounts, like starter accounts on for NA, right? So you can just buy whatever the hell you want. You know, people want to quit the game, so they just put their accounts up on sale. Hope that someone else pays for it. Some shit like that. Fire Emblem Heroes have blah 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 blah. Okay, so they have like kind of like weird mechanics. Huh? Like, I'm not an expert when it comes to gacha games. I'm only an expert, like quote-unquote expert, on just this game alone. This is the only mobile game that I play, and if I were to try to play anything else, I would just rip my brain out of my head, because I literally wouldn't be able to survive. Do I think it's worth trading a level 100 servant or account for a level 51 with the servant that you want? Yeah, absolutely. You can rank up very fast from a level 50 to 100. Once you get past level 100, it starts getting the difficulty of you ranking up every single time ramps up exponentially. I remember when I was leveling from 120 to 130, each rank up had around like 3 million to 4 million XP to reach the next one. It was kind of kind of tedious, but I mean that was like a month and a half ago, so I can't really say much. You once read someone say that they don't want to pity 5-star. You're just like, you want to lose money? Yeah, exactly. If the game gives you a 5-star, you take that shit. You take that shit all the way to the fucking bank. You take that shit, motherfucker. If the game ever came to the point where I could choose my own 5-star once, I would be fucking taking that, even though I'm not a whale, or even though I'm a whale. What am I saying? I'm not a whale. I am a whale. Hey, first demon of the day. Let's see. We've got Marie's NP on deck, but I don't think Marie can take out Demon Guy. I don't think she's strong enough. Let me try this. You want to farm hearts, but you're afraid that you don't have enough XP. And the drop rate is so low, especially because Demon Guy barely shows up. I don't know what you mean by you don't have enough XP. That doesn't really make much sense. But your other reasonings are solid. Yeah. Demon Guy rarely shows up. You know, his drop rate is pretty shit. Well, actually, the tricky part is to get him to spawn. If you get him to spawn, the chance of him dropping a heart is 50-50. The hard part is actually spawning him. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. But yeah, that alone, just getting him to spawn is very, very rare. So I can totally understand. I mean, it is half AP event though, so you might as well try it a few times if you can. Who knows? You might get lucky. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Do you feel lucky? Well, do you? FHE or FEH, Fire Emblem Heroes power creep. You know, you do realize that FGO has power creep out the ass too, right? This game has really bad power creep. You don't see it now, but in about 2 years we'll see it. In about 2 years. I mean, you can see it right now in JP already too. Artoria. Fuck. No heart. Rip. Demon is bad, Civ. You must be a fellow NA Farmville resident. I'm not gonna ask for your name, but whoever you are, hello. Bad Civ. You got your first 5-star out of paid ban because you got shit luck. Pulled Joan, and no complaints about that. She is easily ascended to 90. She's useful, especially once the MP is upgraded. Yeah, Jean is one of the best starter 5-stars you could ever have. Like, she's very noob friendly, and I don't mean that in like a derogatory way. She just is. She's very noob friendly. Very easy to use, very easy to send. Her skills are kind of shit, but you don't have to rely on her skills. I mean, once it gets to the point where her skills actually do matter, then yeah, you have to learn a little bit about them, but you got a lot of time before that. I would. But yeah, Jean is very, very good. And plus, she's best APOC girl. Why, how can you say no to her? I think a message I was reading just kind of went off the screen here. Can you give us a list of top 5 future waifus that will be coming to NA? I don't know. Top 5 future waifus? You can just look that up yourself, right? You don't need me to tell you who your waifus are. Hanako rapes the power creep right up the ass. I mean, yeah. But it's that you can make any servant work in the game. It's just you need to know how to set them up. It still doesn't mean that power creep doesn't exist. Power creep definitely exists. It's just that you can work around it. But yeah, you are very much so right. Hanako makes the low tier heroes true heroes, like Thought Slayer and local Irish dog guy. How dare you! Mordred is best APOC waifu. I've never watched APOC, so anytime I say so and so is best APOC girl, I'm just doing it for the memes. Don't take me seriously. Please no Bernardino at the Steakerino. I don't mean it. How do you use Jean? Put her on your team. That's it. You know, tanking types like her become less useful as the game goes on. Her skills are kind of trash, they're still great. Well, there are definitely stall tactics. Like, stall tactics are a thing in this game. So I don't know about how she becomes less useful, per se. Hey, look, Trench Favor. But, and her skills can come in clutch. They're just, like, her NP down and the star skill, or the crit star generation for 3 turns thing is kind of meh. But the stun skill is actually very nice. It can save your ass sometimes. But that's in the future. Do you think you can do a guide of Mom once Onigashima comes to NA? I mean, I guess. It depends on what else I'm working on during that time. You want Void Shiki because she has NP music? Hey, why not? I like both the Shikis, so I want both of them too. Your life ends 60 turns from now. Is Orion still in the lead and on the poll? Let me go ahead and check, actually. I can just bring up my Twitter here real quick. It won't show up on the stream, though, but... yeah, surprisingly enough, Orion actually is still in the lead. There's still a day left on the poll. With 33%. But yes, indeed, she is still on in the lead. Don't be a poser whale. Watch it. Watch what? Mordred is also a must for Camelot. What for to counter Artoria Lancer? That wouldn't be bad. Her and Siegfried can actually be useful for once in his goddamn life. Too bad his MP is AoE and not single target. Skills are lame, but her MP lets you survive anything. Unless you're fighting against anyone who has Invul Pierce, then you're kind of shit out of luck. Just be careful of that, though. I think you should be fine. Wait, what? Siegfried's actually useful? What? Yeah. Because Lancer Artoria is Lancer, and she has the dragon trait. So Siegfried can actually use his double class and trait advantage on someone for once in his goddamn life. Is Skyhawk good? I don't know. Is she? You answer me that. I think you can answer that one on your own. Pretty sure. Is she good? Let me think about that one for a second. Siegfried getting out of shit tier one enemy at a time. Isn't it sad, Siegfried? Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad, Siegfried? You find it funny that Nienta Beyond Arcadia is the same skill percent party-wide, and it's one less cooldown? Yeah, but the thing is, we actually have to get our interlude first. We don't have her interlude right now, so can't really do much. Well, once she does get it, then yeah, she becomes one of the best quick supports. Just because of that skill alone. Because everyone, up to 50% quick buff. And that, obviously, is very strong. Is Liz Jalter an actual thing? I'm not really too sure what you mean by that. Sumina already works for Lancer Day with Liz, who is also a dragon. True. But the thing is that his NP is AoE and not single target. Accidentally used the MC buff on Drake on Bane Siegfried is suffering. Yes, indeed it is. When some random tuberculosis feet grill is infinitely better than the greatest hero of Norse myth, feels bad, man. When a complete joke character is better than, you know, Siegfried, the legendary dragon killer, yeah. Feels fucking bad, man. Feels fucking bad. Yeah, you have no clue what DW was thinking with C? Okay, so I can actually explain that to you because I actually did do some research into why DW designed his character like that. So, when Siegfried was one of the first servants to be a part of FGO, I'm pretty sure. So, back when his character was being developed, and they were working on the Orleans chapter, since Siegfried shows up in Orleans as a support, like one of the support NPCs, they intended Siegfried to be the main dragon killer. Because obviously you fight a lot of dragons in Orleans story. That's just kind of how the story goes, right? The problem is that they didn't think it through enough, so what ended up happening is that Siegfried, being a saber, is not effective against dragons who are riders. And obviously, the natural class that dragons should be is, you know, riders, naturally, right? So Siegfried can't use his class advantage against them. And because his dragon trait only lasts for like one turn, I'm pretty sure it's only one turn. It could be 3 turns, actually. I'm not sure because I hardly ever fucking use them. It only lasts for like a temporary period of time. He can't use his dragon damage advantage like for a long time, obviously. So since he's not fighting Lancers or Berserkers, because the Wyverns are neither of them, and once his dragon buff is on cooldown again, or it's offline, whatever, then he's just like a regular servant against him again. So yeah, they intended you to use Siegfried as the main dragon killer in Orleans. It's just that they forgot to think her through, like I said, and now we're running around with memes like Regent of France. Thus, Regent was born. Why is he called Sumanai anyway? Because he says Sumanai a lot. That's literally the only reason. In his dialogue, he says sorry a lot. So, hence, he is Mr. Sorry Man. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. He literally just says sorry a lot. That's why we just call him Sorry Man. You're also thinking, why don't they just buff him? Yeah, why don't they just buff Artoria too? Why don't they buff Artoria? Why don't they buff... Fuck, who else? Who else needs, like, who else desperately needs buffs? Fucking Ilya. Like, why don't they buff Ilya? Why don't they buff, so-and-so? Like, they do buff people, it's just, sometimes for some people they just don't buff and we have no idea why. They buffed Vlad by buffing his second skill via a strengthening interlude. They buffed Waver, because back in the day, Waver was absolute shit when the game first came out. And then they did a complete 180 on him, now he's one of the fucking most broken servers in the fucking game. How the hell does that happen? You go from bottom feeder to now one of the best servers in the game? Alright. How the hell does that work? Artoria actually being franchise post-real needs a buff really bad. The funny thing about Artoria and Fate Grand Order is the fact that she hasn't had an event where she specifically shows up as a main focus. Even Saber Alter shows up in Shinjuku as one of the major allies, but Artoria herself, like vanilla Artoria, has never shown up as a main focus in any story. I'm pretty sure, if I'm recalling correctly. So I guess that has something to do with it. Maybe at some point she'll actually return to actually be a lead figure in some of the in one of the stories or whatever, and maybe then they'll give her some kind of buff. I'm not sure. I don't know. Buff Merlin. He needs it. Yeah, right. Fucking burn you at the stake. Buff Merlin? What? But it's DW. They do some weird shit sometimes. And we thought Merlin wasn't strong enough, so now he puts now his party-wide invul now lasts for 3 turns. Haha. Have fun breaking the game. As if he didn't do so already. Saber's story is quote unquote done according to Nasu. He might write more if asked, but she's just kind of there. Yeah, I understand. There have been so many games about her already that I can understand that Nasu's kind of wants to let other characters take the spotlight for once. But you still can't really do your girl like that, right? You can't just put her into a game and just make her like bottom tier servant, right? I mean, it's not that she's bad. You can definitely still use her. It's just her being that bad is kind of uncharacteristic. Actually, Gi needs buffs badly, both forms. I mean, yeah, I guess. They're just very strange character archetypes to begin with. I don't know what the hell they're supposed to do. Actually, no, you can't. There is actually a way to gimmick the fuck out of Saber Gi. It is possible, and I've seen people do it. It's really inconsistent, and generally not what most sane people do. Generally speaking, it's not a very good idea to try to min-max Saber Gi. You will have a really bad time. Give us a dead coup. Give us a dead coup, yeah, right. Lore-wise, she's supposed to be one of the most powerful sabers. I think she's one of the most powerful servants, period. I mean, I don't know my Fate lore very well, but I'm pretty sure she's one of the strongest, right? The strongest? Avalon is pretty broken, isn't it? Oh boy, what did I just do? I just opened a huge can of worms just now. Fate lore and power levels. Fuck. Mistakes have been made. Banana Hammock Coup. Summer Coup when? 4-star Summer Coup when? DW, please. 4-star Welfare Coup. So that everyone can have Banana Hammock Coup. Umu's the best. Fuck Artoria. Umu's the best. Did I get a heart yet? Nope. Still searching. Fisherman Coup for us for Summer Coup. Make it happen. Though, knowing what DW's been doing lately for JP with like giving costumes to Nero and Astolfo now, they'll probably just give that as a costume for Coup. Here's the new costume for Coup. Good luck. Mugay bulges. Rip me, what kind of flowers would you like on your grave? Well, on my grave, since I'm gonna be killed by lore extremists, oh god. They're out to get me. You want 5-star Medusa on a bicycle? Nah, not a bicycle. I want her on a chainsaw. She can ride a chainsaw, right? Give me DW. I will pay to have you guys make a 5-star Medusa of her doing nothing but riding around on a chainsaw. Do it. I will officially commission. Do it. Umu is narcissistic though. I mean, I guess, and if you don't like that, then that's fine. It's just the way she's portrayed is that she's narcissistic in a very cute way, and in a way that it's easy to overlook the fact that she is very narcissistic. But I will have to agree. I don't like narcissistic people. Yeah, I can't say that word. I don't like that kind of archetype either. Which is one of the main reasons why I can't really bring myself to like Gil either. But and that's why I didn't like Nero at first, but she's starting to grow on me. Especially when she's not a saber, she gets a little bit more friendly, I think. And not as narcissistic, I guess. Isn't Umu supposed to be bi or something? Like, both Umu and Bushytail can be bi, because in Fate Extella and Extra, you can literally be a guy protagonist or a girl protagonist, and they're fine with it either way. So, hey, equal opportunity, boys. This is 2017. Fuck whoever you want. With consent, of course. Lewd. Arthur has legit top-level stats. I'm assuming you're talking about Proto-Arthur, right? Anyone know when the main is going live? In about 2 hours. 2 hours from now, the maintenance will go live and the servers will go down. The Greeks are very pro-gay, but Nero is Roman, not Greek. It's 2017, fuck whoever you want. Oh god, please don't quote me on that. I mean, James Thomas, a lot of people in power are very, very strange because they have the power to afford to do so or to be so. If you're the Emperor of Rome, who the fuck is gonna give a damn if you're bi or if you're gay? Like, what are they gonna do? Oh, the Emperor's gay. So what? Am I excited for Christmas lollies? I'm excited for whoever is a new servant. So I guess in a sense, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm more worried about whether or not my bank account is gonna get wrecked, which it probably will be. But you know. Doesn't Proto Arthur canonically kill beasts for a living? I mean, he has that skill, right? Whatever his skill is, kill beasts or whatever. Saber's too straightforward. Yeah, Saber is one of the most honest servants in the game. And that's exactly her problem. If you are an honest servant in Fate Grand Order, chances are you are not very good. Or even if you are good, you're probably not very high on the tier list. You need to have a gimmick in this game. You need to have a gimmick to make yourself useful. Because being good at something really, really good, or how should I say this? Being good at something is better than just being good at everything. Because if you're good at something, that chances are you're really good at that something. If you're just good at everything, then who cares, right? But not too gimmicky, because yeah, you end up like Superman. You end up like Siegfried, and then no one, and then you get mocked as a complete meme of a servant. Too gimmicky, and you end up like him. Yep. You think Waifu is better Jack of all trades than Merlin? He's got a defense boost, an attack buff, and he can charge anyone's MP for 30%, and he can buff anyone's crit. He works with crit teams, he works with arts teams, and he works with well, any team. Well, yeah, let's just leave it that way. He works well with any team. So yeah, he's definitely very general purpose, and arguably probably more so than Merlin. It's just that Merlin really makes Buster meme teams the way they are, right? 2 hours of grinding to daily and you get your first heart. Hey, I'm 2 hours in and I haven't gotten a single heart yet, so good for you, buddy. Good for you. Also give him 10,000 more HP so he can survive. Yeah, Merlin is strong. Berserker plus Quartz equals best team. I would imagine so, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. You want Berserker Jack? And you want Fake Caster because O penis? Oh god. And also saying O penis. It sounds really weird out loud. Please don't say that again. The memes! The glorious memes! I don't think they can take her out. Actually, let's change target. And Drake will probably take out that one with 13k HP in one shot. Or one attack, rather. Ayy. Top 3 waifus in FGO. Chat, top 3 waifus in FGO, go. Actually, my pick, my 3 would probably be, I know for a fact Tamamo and Musashi are 2 on that list, and I'd have a difficult time deciding between Salter and Daughteru. Daughteru's got a better body, but I think Salter would be a little bit easier to get along with, mainly because of the fact that you can just bribe her with food. Hey, do you want a burger? Yes. Easy. What have I started? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that, Arian. What do you mean, what have I started? Merlin, and Merlin! I mean, I think I've seen Merlin's design in Proto. Gender swap Merlin isn't bad, I guess. Nurse her around. You'd fuck the shit out of that book. Police? Yes, he's right here. Officer? Officer 911? You started a waifu flame war? Your waifu is shit! At Anime Expo last summer, I saw someone literally cosplaying a trash can, and when he was walking around, he was wearing the trash can, and taped around the trash can was like pictures of like anime waifus, and he ran around. He walked around with holding up a sign that said "Your waifu is trash," and that was his cosplay. Bibliophile, not updating that definition for you. I'm pretty sure that's not the exact meaning of bibliophile. I'm pretty sure at some point you're fucking it up. Hey, it's 2017, fuck whoever you want, don't judge. I said fuck whoever you want, not whatever you want. Get the difference. Joke's on you, buddy. I said whoever, not whatever. Get fucked. Get fucked. anime trash man. He's a legend, goes every year, yeah. I think I've seen him for more than 2 years. He's definitely been there previous years as well. But yes, he's always a sight to see. Just walks around wearing a trash can saying your waifu's trash. What a legend. Book declares you her lover at Bond 5, so hey, there's that. Let me actually look up Nursery Rhyme's Bond line, just so that I know you're not bullshitting me. Let's see, dialogue. Bond level 5. Blah 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 blah. Oh god, she does. Oh god, she does. Ah! Abort! Abort! You just want to be a proud mother of your dear Jakku? I mean, if you're actually a girl, then yeah, you could actually be your mom. I don't mind being a dad, though. Because obviously I can't be a mom. Haha. Which means that I don't have to worry about her slitting my stomach open and trying to crawl inside. Rip. This is when I just stop at Bond 4. No. No. Like I said earlier, or like I keep saying to my chat, my plans for this game are to max spawn everything, max ascend everything, max foe everything, max everything except for NP levels, because that's just... You can grind everything out in this game with just, you know, just by grind, or you can grind out everything but MP levels, because you can't grind out MP levels, obviously. You can do everything but that. Because that just requires just boatloads of money, and I don't have that. Police! Officer! Officer! He's right here! You roll a lottery for her. Yup. Yup. Oh shit. She will even call males mom, so even as a male you aren't safe. Hey, I mean there are stay-at-home dads now, right? So basically, it's like having a mom, right? So I guess you're not wrong. Ah shit! I accidentally reversed the roll. Does Santa Alter have a good attack animation, or is this just typical Saber animation? I have no idea, actually. Actually, I have no idea. You can look up what her attack animations are like on YouTube or whatever. I'm sure there's a video on it somewhere. when did Japan get King Hassan? And when will we get him? I think we'll get him in like a year and a half. 2 years maybe, depending. Not sure. Love the book. Don't loot the book. Holy shit, did my anime just one-shot waiver? What the fuck? The book will loot you first. Yeah, probably. Wouldn't doubt that. A children's book turns into pornography. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen Nursery Rhymes April Fool's artwork, right? And it's basically what she's looking at. Still waiting for an Olga. I'm just waiting for a day that DW releases 5-star Avenger Olga Marie. If they do that, I might actually MP5 her. When she comes up for NA, that is, whenever that'll be. Gonna go to sleep? Alright, have a good night, Umu Life. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Damn, am I seriously gonna go the next hour and a half without ever seeing a demon? Jesus. I thought I was supposed to be getting all my hearts during the first half of the day. Nursery rhyme sucks and lewd thoughts intensify. Oh god. You are disgusting. Actually, my Ann and Mary should be strong enough to just one-shot waiver, shouldn't she? Started watching that sadistic anime. It's actually very funny. Oh, Blendes. Damn. Anime just wrecked that bitch. Yes, James Thomas, maintenance does in fact start in an hour and a half. Farming is a major pain in the ass. Your Medusa's stuck at Century 30 because of that damn horseshoe. droppers are more bullshit than gacha rates. You might want to reevaluate your statement there. You might want to reevaluate that. Because I'm sure a lot of this chat does not agree with you. How many bonsies have I gotten? 17. Counted it up yesterday and I have exactly 17. Just curious, why does Summit 1G follow me on Twitter? Because I'm on one of his mods. If you go to his stream and look at his webcam, all those anime posters, well, not all of them, but a lot of the anime posters are hanging up on his wall in his camera. I sent those to him. A few of them are even signed. The Sword Art Online poster. There was one year where the Sword Art Online production crew came to Anime Expo, and I got a poster, I got a wall scroll, and I had them all sign it, and I sent it to him. So that's why he follows me on Twitter. I'm his anime goods distributor. You can even call him that. Yeah, I'm the one who sent him the weeb shit. I'm basically the reason why everyone new to his stream calls him a weeb. Yeah, I'm basically the reason. I'm his drug dealer. If you want to call dank anime goods drugs, then yeah, I guess. I'm actually gonna use You're his anime dealer, more legal, yes, yet also more sketchier than a drug dealer. I think the government would rather deal with a dank anime goods dealer than an actual drug dealer. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Or maybe not, right? Maybe we get a little bit too weird for the government's taste, right? Shit. Heart drop? No, the demons always drop gold boxes. It's a 50-50 if they do show up. If they drop gears or not gears, hearts and or cookies. It's basically like a half and half chance once they actually do show up. They just don't show up all that often. Find out right now though. Let's be real, animes are like drugs. No, anime is worse than drugs. Nope, no heart, just a cookie. Rip. This guy was selling wall scrolls and figures out of the back of a van. Clearly something to keep an eye on. Yep. Gotta keep tabs on them strange anime good dealing folk. Gotta keep an eye on them, man. You never know. They might start selling Tenga's next. Whoa, so scary. Also, why streaming on Twitch? Yeah, or not why streaming on YouTube? Would Twitch stream die? Well, no, I can still stream on Twitch if I wanted to. It's just having 200, anywhere from 200 to 250 people watching a stream is a lot better than only having 40. Just saying. And people have been telling me that they prefer watching FGO live streams on Twitch or on YouTube anyway, because apparently it's easier for them or something. Which I understand because Twitch as a live streaming platform is actually very intensive. It's kind of hard on some computers that can't handle it. When you get tired of grinding FGO, so you watch someone else grinding FGO. Yeah, pretty much. You can never escape this game! You won't be able to read any of the comments in the live chat, trust me. How do you... What? No one really spams shit in my chat because I just don't have a lot of viewers there to begin with, so. Then again, Kappa doesn't exist in YouTube chat, which makes me sad, but... God damn it, she didn't take out Waiver this time? Oh, it's because... I know why. It's because the support Drake's Voyager Storm skill wasn't strong enough. I know why. I'm gonna get the blast Cool-Gi away with Gold. Oh boy, let's start selling some more shit. 2, 3, 4, boom. Just send Ushi to cut down everything? I mean... I have Anne and Mary. She's basically like a glorified Ushi. Super Soaker Excalibur should be illegal. It's not for some reason. For some reason. I wonder if this can actually work. Let me see. Well, he just got fucking wrecked. Yep, it did. Who's everyone's favorite altar? Like I said before, it's a toss-up between either OG Saber altar or Jalter. I don't know about the variations yet. You're now imagining Gil in Speedos, thanks. Emiya in Speedos is actually canon, I think. Doesn't he show up, doesn't Emiya show up in Speedos at some point? How many hearts? None. Got 2 demons, they both drop cookies. Who am I using for Christmas event? Anyone that I feel like using. Fucking wrecked me. Saber Lily altar when? Oh god. I am terrified, but I am also genuinely excited by that thought at the same time. How many hearts did I get? 0. 0 so far, and probably gonna stay that way until the maintenance hits. Why, don't we already have enough Saber Face? No, we don't. We need more Saber Faces. Fuck altars though, just give me the rest of the T9. I can tell you and Zio will be good friends. Tsukihime event when Tsukihime 2 comes out. In other words, never. Right now in JP, you can almost put a Saber face in every class because there is a Saber face in every class. Even the casters, if you count Umu caster. But there is actually an Artoria caster design. If they pull that out, then there truly will be a saber face in every class. At that point, it'd be hilarious. Why do we get Tomomo as a Lancer rather than just one of her tails as a Lancer? It's got some funny business to do with, like, Fate Extella or some shit, I don't know. It's supposed to be like some sort of tie. If I'm not mistaken, that is, and I probably could be. No Umu imposters, oh god. Them's fighting words, buddy. Them's fighting words. Don't think there's a Berserker Saber Face? Nope. Mysterious Heroine Alter X, or Mysterious Heroine X Alter. Yeah. MHX Alter. She's a Saber Face. Nah, MHX Alter looks nothing like Artoria. Sarcasm. Herc Archer when? Didn't he show up in a Strange Fake or Prototype or whatever? He showed up somewhere. No Avenger Saber Face? Well, obviously this is talking about the standard 7 classes. The special 4 classes are like outliers. But yeah, actually, chat brings up a good point. Jalter's the Saber Face, technically. So yeah, we do have a Avenger Saber Face. Takeyoshi can't die until he makes a save off for every class. And he would actually too. Not gonna lie. I think we have it on record saying that he loves drawing saber faces, so he might actually do that. Be careful what you wish for. Wasn't Herc as an archer stupidly OP? That's his best class, supposedly. So, considering how strong he is as a berserker, if he's in his best class, and berserker being his weakest class. You want to see true God Hand as a limited CE? That'd be too broken. Cool. That'd be way too broken. We won't ever see Herc Archer Because he would use arrows, and archers never use actual arrows. You fucking meme lord. You're such a dank meme lord, aren't you? Robin shoots trees. You're not wrong, he does. He plants trees. He's the proprietor of Arbor Day. Just goes around planting trees. Yo, what's up, Dagon? Or Dagon, whatever. Welcome to the stream. We're just grinding out hearts here, even though I haven't gotten any. Watching APOC is so strange because there's not just one, but two archers using bows. To be fair, apparently you can just throw shit at people and call yourself a land archer. Well, that being said, you have to be actually like good at it. If my understanding is correct, like technically all you need to do is just launch some sort of projectile at people and call that your attack, but you have to actually be good at it. Archers using bows in Fate series? Madness. Hey, what's up, brothers? How much to Bont and Okita? I think about like 130,000, 120,000. I'd have to check again. Archer, Artorial, Lily. Do I have my Mona Lisa on again? Is it Medi Lily? Yeah, it's on my Medi Lily right now. Or are you wailing with the rest of us? I'm gonna wail later on tonight in like 6 or 7 hours once the update goes live for Christmas. If only they reduced the price on the quartz. I mean, it is expensive, yeah. Yeah, Dr. Zero is right. It used to be 4 quartz per roll, and they reduced it to 3. So thank God NA started with 3, right? Not 4. Jesus.
踊りましょう、歌いましょうよ。これは楽しい舞踏会。よろしく任せな。こういう感じよっ。咲き誇る踊り続けるの。いきますわよ。ギロチンブレイカ
Have fun farming. Good luck. Need to head out. All right. Thanks for watching, Alex, OJ. Thanks for tuning by in the stream. Hope you can catch it in the future.
ここが命の張りどころってね。私の名前を覚えていきな。てめえとエルドラゴン。太陽を落とした女ってな。
Shut up, D.
シュート。
I really did open a can of worms with this whole fucking lore discussion thing.
どうか素敵な音調がありますように。
命乞いを考えておくんだね。
わかった。
うん。任せな。はっ。よっ。
任せて。 咲き誇る踊り続けるの。いきますわよ。ギロチンブレイカー。
What level is this? Level 10.
2
cards, so I can...
こちらを使わせていただきます。こちらを使わせていただきます。こちらを使わせていただきます。よし、わかった。
ここまでか。
やめるなよ、海賊を。私を好きでいてくれるみんなに、どうか素敵な音調がありますように。
Alright, let me check my Okita's bond for whoever asked in chat. Actually, I don't even need to go here. Go straight into here. 120,000. Just like I thought.
いいですわよメアリー。援護は任せてくださいませ。
任せな。はいよ。そうだよ。
Wow, almost max bond for Okita? Yeah, I'm getting there. There's 120,000 XP to go. I'll probably grind it out in the middle of like, in like the early few days of Christmas. Hey, another demon. Cool, I guess.
ここが任せな。はいよ。私の名前を覚えていきな。てめえはソエルドラゴン。太陽を落とした女ってな。そうだよ。倍返しさ。
What is this game called? It's called Fate Grand Order. Chris is a lie. Do not lolly my guys. Only villains that. Okay. No idea what you're referring to. Hey, first heart. Finally, Jesus. How long did that fucking take? Anyways, who needs this heart again? Fergus? Fergus actually needs a heart, yeah. He like needs like 5 of them, shit. Fate Grind Order also fits, yeah, Fate Grind Order. Hell. Hell is also a good name for this game. That's true. How many hearts do I have? I can actually show you after this. The real grind starts at Christmas. Oh yeah. When Merlin comes, are you going to roll him to MP5? No. Probably not. Saber Wars drops hearts. Christmas event has shops, well, no, it has scales in the shop. But yes, Saber Wars does have a heart mode and actual hearts in the shop, I think. So yeah, I'm not too worried. How would I nerf Merlin realistically? Hell if I know, dude. Hell if I know. As we see tonight, the heart drop rate from the daily sucks ass. Well, yeah, what did you expect? It's still only like 8%. I'm only doing this just because I can. It's not even confirmed we will have Saber Wars this early. Maybe not, but there's got to be a reason why they pulled up the Christmas event this early. There's gotta be a reason. They wouldn't have just pulled up Christmas reason for no dumb reason. Or no reason or for a dumb reason. Double caster cookies, ew. Someone asked how many hearts I have right now. Let's go to skills. Take a look at her skills. I have 58 hearts right now. So I've got a good stock. You hope that Daughteru never comes so that you can save for her forever? Then, if she never comes, what's the point of saving for a server who's never gonna enter the game? You don't know, but it'll keep you safe from the gotcha. Maybe it will, man. Maybe it will. Just by rewatching the entire video of today, there are a lot of gems. Yeah, you don't say. Gems less than hertz and Konat? The fuck is that? I have no idea what you're referring to. The fuck? How does it feel to play FGO in easy mode since you have every single servant? It makes farming a lot faster because I have a lot of options. It makes it really easy to farm. Fortunately, there's a node in Babylonia with that like a 50% heart drop rate. No, there isn't. The only node in Babylonia is that kind of like that is a dragon node, and even then, it only has like a 10, not even a 10% chance of dropping a scale. From what I recall, there is no heart node in Babylonia, unless you're talking about like a main story quest. But obviously, that's only like you do it once and then you can't do it again, kind of thing. Shinjuku is Bet's heart zone. Yeah, it's like a, it's also like a 10 to 15% chance there, whatever the heart drop node is in Shinjuku. Looking to grind some Void's Dust. Any tips on where to go? If you wanted to grind Void's Dust, actually, don't the Christmas present boxes give you Void's Dust? If they do, just wait until Christmas and then just grind out the boxes. You'll get tons of Void's Dust through that. Less than 1 hour until maintenance. Yep, less than 1 hour, or just about an hour to go until maintenance. Believe it or not, bronze mats are harder than hearts. Doubt that. Doubt that. You need snake eyes, but all you have now is a final yandere snack. Kyopa snack. You are a man of culture if you also have max ascended snack. Unless you're referring to useless goddess, but that's just, she's bad. Update time? About an hour to the start of maintenance. And then another 3 hours after that, so 4 hours until the event goes live. Oh. It's boss time. Time to wreck him like I always do. Full buffs. Go in and marry. Wreck everyone. Shit. Is there any reliable way to play Fate Go on PC at the moment? Yeah, what I'm doing right now. Use a mirroring program. Okay, shut the hell up, QE. Ever see a level 100 steno? I have someone on my friends list who has a 96 steno. And he's going all the way. God damn it. You and your Viva la France memes, Murray. God damn. You'd go all the way in steno if you know what I mean. God. Blaze! Officer, he's here. MHX should have been an archer. Yeah, but what you gonna do as an archer with Excalibur, or whatever her Excalibur it really is? What's she gonna do? Throw it around? Take a close look at Mysterious Heroine Alters or Mysterious Heroine Heroine. Yeah, I can't even talk today. MHX Bond Max Bond CE pick. Yeah, it's a hit list. It's a hit list of all the sabers. I'll just wait this 1 minute out. Waiting it out. Stormtrooper as archer, always hit mobs, never hit bosses. Sounds about right. $12 seconds. All right. It's time to refill. It's time to roll. Death status is very hard to do. Yeah. Yeah, the insta-kill tactic is not a strong mechanic in the game. It's pretty limited. I thought she was already dead. Snake, that is. Snake. Death status is practically meaningless. It's not very strong right now, no. I mean, I guess it never will be. Unless they did some kind of, like, unless they changed or shifted the game's meta to the point where it actually favors people who can insta-kill, but that's not gonna happen. Why do I have the hardest time tapping the OK button? Jesus.
ここが命の張りどころってね。私の名前を覚えていきな。てめえはエルドラゴン、太陽を落とした女ってな。
The end skill just sucks for the players, yeah. It would be broken if the players could have as good insta-kill skills as the enemies could. Someone asked me how you can farm Void's Dust, or where you can farm Void's Dust. Well, I mean, the class dailies aren't bad. Just do like the 30 or 40 APs where the Shadow Servants constantly show up, and they'll most likely drop you Void's Dust. If you wanted to farm Void's Dust, you should have done it before the dailies got revamped, because I've got 1,000 or so Void's Dust, and I gathered up the vast majority of them from grinding out the old servant fight dailies so many times, or so damn much. Like those guys dropped Void's Dust like crazy, because that's all you ever fought. So the more that showed up, the more Void's Dust that you would get. You don't remember a weird ice horse being in his history books? I'm sure they made something up for her.
命乞いを考えておくんだね。任せな。はいよ。よっ。
こういう感じ。
よっ。
Damn it, demon guy. Why did you only have to drop me one heart during the last 4 hours? Fuck. Which AP is the best for red caster gems? Need to get the rest of melee skills to 6. I believe every single class 30 AP class daily is guaranteed to give you a at least a red gem. I think. Don't quote me. I think the 40 APs are also guaranteed to give you a red gem, so you may as well go as for the 40 AP, right? For a highly bigger chance to get a demon spawn. But you do you. I think either the 30 or 40 AP, it doesn't really matter which one. I think you're just basically guaranteed to get a red gem of some kind. I think. Yeah, server maintenance is in 40 minutes now. You will run out of hero proofs, believe me. Yep, I ran out of hero proofs, and I just barely got enough to cover Perk's skill levels, or skill ups now. I just barely completed like yesterday. You'll need a lot of those. You're drowning in gold and red caster gems? Oh, you don't say. Tell me about it. You don't say. Hero proofs tend to be used in very large numbers. You can't have too many. Yeah, the same can be said of like the evil bones and dragon fangs. All the mid-tier ascension items that you get from silver boxes, people servants use that up quick, super fast. you need Dragon Fangs. That's why you grind out the Rider dailies. The Rider daily, the 30 and 40 AP Rider dailies both have at least 50% of dropping you a single Fang, and it's very common for you to get a double, even a triple Fang drop. Well, the triple Fang drop isn't as common; it's actually very rare. But the double Fang drop happens to me pretty frequently. Can this poor Jack, hopeful that wasted all his attempts on Shisho, get a small... that's a little bit hard to read, but you want a blessing from the mighty whale? I'm just a friendly neighborhood whale. I'm not like a celestial whale that you should pray to. I know a couple other people who are bigger whales than me who you should pray to, but I don't know. I don't know if they can hear you. But good luck anyways. I know you'll need it. You'll definitely need it. You should never farm mats if you're not a whale. I mean, you can. If you should, but that being said, you should only try to farm for like mats if you're not a whale like I am. If you're only like 1, 2, maybe 3 ascension materials off like an important ascension up or a skill up, leveling up a skill. Like if you only need a few more, then putting in the extra work to get those few extra materials is always worth it. But if you need like a lot, then just don't even worry about it. I would say just let the events come along and you can just buy them out from the shop in bulk, and then don't have to worry about like tediously grinding for shit like I am. Preserve your sanity. Celestial whale, your brain hurts. Damn you. God. Don't pray to a whale for luck. They're whales because they don't have any. Usually, yeah, you'd be right. Usually. You are definitely not wrong, sir. Definitely not wrong. Whales swallow salt and then turn them into gacha luck by using money. Our catalyst is dollar bills or our bank accounts. When is the next gear event? Because you don't see it in Saber Wars or Valentine's. You do realize that there's a node in Saber Wars where it literally drops you both hearts and gears at the same time, right? Or it can potentially do that. You haven't looked at the Saber Wars nodes quite closely enough, I'm afraid. Should you ascend Waver or level Tamamo's Fox's Wing to level 9? Ascend Waver, at least to level 3, or to a 3rd ascension, because that's when he gets his attack buff, and that's when he becomes really fucking strong. Unless you consider Tamamo Waifu, then of course just go ahead and do whatever you want for your best one. You just looked at the shop, not the random drops. All right, that's why then probably. Yeah, the shop itself doesn't offer gears, but the nodes do have enemies like the enemy types that do drop eternal gears, so you can watch out for that. Oops, I forgot to apply buffs to my team. No, that's fine. We can just blow them all away with our MPs next week. If you can't stand a whale, simply become one. Perfect logic. Yeah, Waver needs 3rd ascension. Till then, he's I wouldn't say he's I wouldn't say he's trash, but if he doesn't have his attack buff, he's missing out on a whole 1/3 of his utility, and that's a lot, especially because it's his attack buff. So, there, as you can probably see. I'm pretty sure Drake can actually just wreck them with her skill, with her MP alone. Just in case it doesn't go.
命の張りどころってね。私の名前を覚えていきな。てめえそエルドラゴン。
What is your opinion on Gil, Okta, and Jack team? That's a strong crit team right there. In fact, you can replace Okta with someone else. Because having two crit star producers is kind of overkill. Unless you're using Okta as like a secondary DPS and Gil as primary crit damage dealer. Then in that case, then do whatever you want. Yes, another heart. Now I can actually ascend Fergus on stream. Alright boys, ready to watch Fergus get third ascended? Let's do it. Ascension. Here we come, boys. Fergus, where you at? Alright, thanks a lot, Brock. And then now I can do this. I can actually level up his skills now, or his third skill, because I can. Actually, he's a saber, right? I'm actually kind of tempted just to level him to 60 because right now is saber and rider daily. I kind of want to do that instead, because what are the chances of me running to another demon within 30 minutes, right? So in fact, we're just gonna grind out cards for him. Actually, since my account is, or my inventory is chock full of cards, I might as well just use up some of them right now, like these Lancer cards. Right here. It's not like I'm gonna be leveling up Lancers right now. Go. Level him up. Even Japan calls him Brock by memes-wise. Yeah. Yeah, even the Japanese player base just refer to him as Brock because of how similar they look. There's even a picture of him, of Fergus holding an onyx sword, and in his summoning little dialogue or scene or whatever, and the flavor text that he says when when you summon him for the first time has been changed to is Satoshi-kun here? Japan loves their memes, man. They love their Pokemon memes. Why not? We'll just feed them to Brock as well. Brock fails at picking up chicks, though. Yeah, that's one major difference. He tried to pick up Shisho and failed too. Yeah. Well, then again, you can't really blame him because, you know, Shisho. Good luck trying to hit on her, right? Not enough. Does he love jelly-filled donuts? Nice meme. Does he love jelly-filled donuts? That's a good question. That's a good-ass question. At least Brock slept with Meb. Nice meme. Actually, now that I've emptied out my account a little bit here, let's go ahead and give the rest of my foes to Okta. Woo! Now time to stuff Okta with all these foes. How lewd. Actually, that's way too much. No, I just need 2 more health foes. More health foes, and I believe I need another 8 of the attack foes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yes, they will be maxed. So let's see, 8 and 8, and those will both be 8, 400. Wait a minute, am I doing my math wrong? Yeah, I'm doing my math wrong, definitely. Because I only need 7, not 8. So I'm gonna have to take out one of the attack foes, and she should still be good. Yep. So 50 times 7, 350. 350 equals 640 plus 350 equals 990, and we have 7 of each. Let's do it. Time to stuff Okta with all those foes. Yep, how lewd. And now she is maxed. And as for the rest, we can just stuff Shisho with them now. Haha, lewd. All these innuendos. Let's see. Alright, she goes all the way up there, and we can use the rest of them on her as well. So she's at 650, 650. Cool. Does she show stores foes in her thighs? Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. Favorite servant to use? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite servant. I just use whoever I can use, pretty much. Exchange mana prisms. I can only buy 3 of them right now. Let's see. Buy 3 of them. I'll just buy them now. Fuck it. Because I know I'm gonna get more NPs by from all the failed rollings that I'll get from from rolling for Jack, right? And then I can fill up my account with even more of XP cards. Yeah. And we can spend the rest of the 30 minutes that we've got grinding out more caster dailies for another chance at Demon Bitch. Satisfying Meb is an accomplishment. Yup. She's that fucking thought has slept around so damn much she probably doesn't even feel a thing now. Be gone, thought, or whatever that, however that video goes. Meb's all gone off to get Ku's D, Ku Alter, you mean? Denying her is also one. The best stalker ever, pretty much. She's a writer because she slept everyone, yeah. Because apparently one of the prerequisites of becoming a writer is you can write anything, including men. If she breathes, she's a thought. God, have we gone that far down the wrong route, the worst route? I think this should still be able to kill both of them. As long as they are not divine, it can be written. The term writer has many interpretations, yeah, and it also happens to be universal. Do you think there will be a limited rare gotcha for New Year's? Yes, personally I do think so, because New Year's is kind of an important holiday for every single culture in the world. Just because they did one for Thanksgiving doesn't mean they can't do it for New Year's, because everyone kind of celebrates New Year's. So it'd be kind of hard to imagine them not doing it for New Year's. I could also see them not doing it, like I just said, but I would think it'd be highly unlikely. I'd still think they'd do it, or they'd go ahead with it. Someone did ask them back at Anime NYC that like what they asked them like what their plans were for New Year's, and they said they didn't know, that they said they weren't sure. So they could be cooking something up. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, we don't know. As of right now. Other than FGO, what other Type Moon franchise do I like? I used to follow K&K back in the day. I do remember watching their movies, but even then I only watched like 1 or 2 of them. I really like Shiki as a character though, so I guess K and K counts, but even the... You have to realize that I'm just a very general Fate fan. I don't really know the lore, or really any of the franchises to any degree. I started reading Tsukihime, I started reading Fate Stay Night, but the whole concept of visual novels was never really that appealing to me, personally anyway. And now that I'm a little bit older, and I can appreciate a wider variety of things, because I'm a little bit, I at least I think I matured a little bit, but if I were to read them now, I'd probably enjoy them a lot more. But back in the day, when I first started reading them, or when I first was introduced to them by my friend who happened to be a Type Moon slave, yeah, I wasn't really too hot on them. I was more into my fucking shooter games and shit like that. Hottest waifu is Caesar. Yeah, if he wasn't fucking, if he wasn't fat as fuck. Did I finish Fate Zero yet? No, I haven't. I still haven't finished Fate Zero. I've only gotten like halfway through, but that was only with watching with friends the night before Anime Expo. I still have to finish the rest of it. I think we stopped right after around the time where Waver and Iskander are kind of figuring out where Caster's hideout is, and they figure out what they did with all the little kids. I think we stopped around right there because we had to go to sleep to prepare for the next day, or something like that. I don't know, somewhere around that area. You went to Anime Expo? Yeah, my friends and I have been attending for 7 years now. Next year will be, I believe, the eighth consecutive year that we'll be going. I think. Let's see, when did I start going? I think I started going when I was a sophomore, I want to say, and then sophomore, that was when I was 16. Yeah, next year should be the 8th year that we're going as Premiere fans. Haha. Who am I more excited for? Santa Salter, the Nursery Rhyme, or Jack? All of them. They're new servants. New servant hype. Why grind and wail so hard? Are you not having fun grinding too much? It seems too much of a chore. Everyone's different, man. Some people like me can handle the mental stress of grinding this game 24/7 or something goddamn near it. It also probably means you're probably a little bit mentally unhinged if you grind the game like I do. There's probably something very wrong with you, but I mean, I kind of knew that from the start. Am I going to MP2 or more for every SSR, including Jack? You're the biggest whale I've seen. If I'm the biggest whale you've ever seen, oh man, I'm gonna let me show you some of the people on my friends list after this, Mr. What's your name? Ryoseki. Let me show you the kind of people that I have on my friends list. If you think I'm the biggest whale that you've ever seen, oh man, let me just take a moment to really blow your fucking mind. But no, just to answer for the sake of answering your question, no, I don't really plan to MP5 anyone in particular. No, I said that I was gonna MP5 Media Lily, but I didn't do that. I'm only stuck on MP4, and I'm good on that. And one of the only reasons why I'm okay with not MP5ing her is because of how little money that I've had to spend in order to MP4 in order to get her to MP4. Not counting the futile rolls I did on Story Gotcha 2 months ago. Not including that. Not including that. But no, I'm not interested. I'm not really interested in MP5 servants. I'm not that huge of a whale. Yeah, LJ. Some of you, I've already shown some of you guys his support. But hey, there's Razor Ninja. And is he actually? No, I'm sorted by attack. Let's sort by level. Okay, so there's is Daughteru is one of my biggest whales. I think Daughteru is one of my biggest whales. Yeah, that's a pretty strong lineup right there. That's a very strong lineup. 10, 10, 10. Okta. And what MP level is she? She's already got maxed foes. She's got limit broken imaginary around. And MP5, of course. 10, 10, 10. His Skullhook is fully grailed, by the way. Fully grailed, fully foed. Limit broken, what is it? Limit broken 2030. 10, 10, 10 skills. And of course MP5. And his Drake, I use his Drake a lot. Not exactly completely foed, but she's getting there. Super Scope. Okay, so this is a running joke. Well, it's not even a joke. This is a running term. This is one of our lingo in that we use in one of our in the Reddit Discord for FGO, where if you have a level 100 kaleidoscope, limit broken level 100 kaleidoscope, we call that a Super Scope. Because it gives your servant plus 2,000 attack, and it makes him really, really fucking strong. Oh, and 10, 10, 10, of course. And then P5, yeah, no big deal, right? No big fucking deal. Oh, and also Daughteru also happens to have 2 limb broken at 2030s. Yeah, it's definitely whale lingo. Only sad scopes. You must be from Farmville. I don't know who your name is, but I'm sure you'll let me know in Farmville. But only sad scopes feels bad, man. Feels fucking bad. And yes, some people were mentioning LJ from before. Where is LJ? I'm sure LJ does have a Skullhawk. Yeah, there he is. LJ. LJ is probably one of my biggest whales. I think he is my biggest whale. He's we like to call LJ the gotcha god because he MP5s everyone, no questions asked. See, look, Tamamo. Oh, what MP level is she? Let's check. Let's check. Level 90 Tamamo with limit broken 2030. Okay, her skills aren't impressive, but I don't think Tamamo is his waifu. Yeah, MP5 Tamamo. Oh yeah, no big deal. What's Okita's MP level at? Let's see. MP5. Oh shit. Oh, what do you know? What's Gil's MP level at? MP5. Oh shit. Okay. What's Skullhook's level at, or MP level at? Oh, 5. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. She's also max foed. She doesn't have a super scope though, but it's still limit broken, and she's got 10 to 10 skills. Oh, well, fuck. Let's see. Drake max foed. Oh, his Drake's got super scope. 10 to 10 skills. MP5. Oh shit. Waver, he's got a limit broken 2030. He's max foed out, and what do you know? He's MP5 too. Oh shit. And Carmilla, well, Carmilla's just a 4-star, but she's also MP5 as well. Haha. And then Kintoki is obviously, what do you know? MP5. I am not the biggest whale. Well, to Mew, maybe I am the biggest whale, and that might be true. I don't, I'm also a pretty big whale myself compared to like the vast majority of the player base. But just for the sake of expanding your horizons, there are people like that, where when a new servant comes out, they don't think about it, they just MP5. They just MP5. I'm sure some of you guys have seen that image that's been popping up places, that meme picture of 9 separate pictures of the different types of masters in FGO, and you know how the middle one is just a picture of Gudao just smoking a cigarette while dollar bills just fall down from the sky, and the closed caption says, "What doesn't even think about just whales, so luck does not apply." The luck scale, the luck chart of all the masters in FGO. Yeah, that LJ is that guy in the middle. Yes, indeed, there are actually insane whales out there. There are all kinds of insane whales. And then we have Zio, who fucking puts bond crafts on like just basically anyone, just because he doesn't give a fuck. Well, actually, he's telling the truth. He actually does have Ushi's bond crafts on her properly this time. I know for a fact that Ushi was running around with Herc's Bondcraft as on Zio's support list for no fucking good reason. But yeah. Also, his assassin slot is empty because he wants Jack. He considers Jack best daughter. So, he's got that empty. Whale love, dude. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, you're weak. You're leaving. Only 15 minutes. Yeah. It's never too late to join the Whale Brotherhood. Yep. Pretty sure someone out there has spent $15,000. Oh yeah, probably. You see whales like us. Yeah, probably. Someone's have got to have spent a whole lot of cash on this game. Yeah, sometime at some point. You just lurk in Farmville occasionally. Okay. When Ziz wailed for Drake, the amount of rolls he did without pulling for it was almost as likely as him getting struck by lightning. He was off by a factor of 10, that's it. Sad life. Sad whale. Happy for Christmas event coming? Here, let me show you how these people to destroy your Christmas cheer! Yeah. Those super ultra mega celestial whales out there do exist. You might think of them as only myths, but they're real. I've met them. I have them on my friends list. They're real. Is it me, or does Marie look kind of like Wo from Kantai? I mean, her hat does. Her hat kind of does. I mean, considering the fact that Kantai was out for like 2 years before FGO got released, maybe. At least those servants won't be crippled by power creep in this game. Spent $50 on an account? Probably a small goldfish? Yeah, that's like, you know, little itty bitty goldfish status. Are H-Babies farmable on a node yet? Lolly the Fire, aren't you in the Discord? If I could farm H-Baby, you'd fucking know about it. But no, you can't. There's no node currently available right now that you can farm H-Babies on. Only when London comes out can you actually farm them. Murray looks like a super shroom. Let's change our servant then. Actually, I wanna pull up Anne and Mary, just so that I could see those glorious plots. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't shut me down for this. Not sure if they'll put out Gil again. Seems like too many Gil banners. Gil has only had 2 in NAFGO. Unless you're talking about JP, then in which case I can't really comment on that. But maintenance a few minutes? Yes, basically. In 10 minutes, exact 10 minutes. I'm gonna shut down the stream before the servers go down anyway. So because obviously by that point I can't really stream this game anymore. But I'll hang out with chat for like maybe another 10 more minutes or so. Plot or justice? I go for plot. You understand a lot of things with fate, but why do pirates turn into bunnies? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know either. That's a good question. Maybe you should ask Perverted Eggplant. Maybe he's got something to do with it. Is your name appearing as Lollyfire? No, it's still Bad Guns. Yeah, Z2. I just referred to you as your Discord name because I recognize it. What's the term for a player that's been gifted $350 to whale but hasn't spent any of his money yet? Free to play. Who are your top waifus at the moment? Let me show you the box. Top waifus. Tamamo for sure. If I could grail her, I would. But considering the fact that she's max spawn 10 already, after like a month, that should tell you something, right? Media Lily is also a waifu, even though she's not legal yet. I'll save her for later. When she becomes 18. Which she'll never be. Feels bad, man. Other than that... those are the only 2 who are in the game right now. there anyone else? I mean, I kind of like Nienta. I didn't like her during Halloween for obvious reasons, but I kind of like Nienta. Other than her, maybe Attila. I like Attila a lot too. Altera, Attila, whichever she wants to be called. And Okita too. I like Okita a lot. And of course, Jean. It's kind of hard not to like Jean. Come on. There we go. It's kind of hard not to like Jean. Who was my first max bond servant? That would be this guy. How come my waiver is only 70? Because he needs gears, and other people need gears too, but I gave my gears to those other people. I'm not really worried about assigning waiver, because if I'm ever in a position to need a waiver, I can just go to my friends list. And let me show you my friends list again, just to make you guys all even more depressed. Hey, look at that. There's a max ascended waiver. There's another max ascended waiver, and he's got 4, 8, 10 in skills. Why use my own waiver when I can just rely on these guys for a support waiver? What's my login streak as right now? It's like 150 something, like maybe even 160 something. So yeah, I'm not really in too much of a rush to you know, get my own max ascended waiver. I can just rely on these guys for one. Best waifu herc lol. Calling Altera Attila as bad civilization, she just says point because it doesn't sound cute enough. I'm aware. I'm still gonna call her Attila though, because I'm kind of a history buff. And it's still gonna weird the fuck out of me that they turned someone like Attila the Hun into a... Is she flat? Well, she looks like it. They turned her into an extraterrestrial, humanoid, white-haired girl wearing a wedding veil. I don't know. But she's waifu, so whatever. Bye, Toho. Hope Jax visit you tomorrow whenever. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you can join us for another stream. You're sad because you'll probably miss the wailing for Jax stream. Yeah, I'm gonna start the stream again in like 4 hours or so when I come back from whatever business that I need to take care of tonight. So we'll see what happens, but I do plan on streaming again later on tonight, just when the update actually does go live. White hair is waifu. I can dig the white hair. My favorite, personally, my favorite hair color on girls is black. I don't know. I'm just kind of a normal fag like that. I like normal colors, so I like black hair. Excuse me. I also really like blue hair though. If it's not black hair, it's blue hair. And Media Lily happens to have like kind of bluish hair. It's if you look at it closely, it's more like it's like lavender. It's kind of like dark lavender. But if you just glance at it, it kind of looks blue. White hair, red eyes. Oh, you mean albino? Yeah, I gotta go to sleep. Thanks for thanks for the last. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by the stream. You like brown? You dig the brunettes? Sleep? What's that? Yeah, I ask myself the same thing every day too. Try to wake up to the stream. Yeah, hopefully set your alarm for like 4 hours from now and see if I'm live by then. Like 4 hours is probably a good bet. Sleep is for the weak. And man, thanks to that list, now when you roll for an SSR, you'll just have to remember someone else rolled 5 of them. I already have it 10, 10, 10. I knew I was gonna shatter some people's worlds. Does someone know when they'll add Quetzal into the gacha? It's probably like a year or two out from now. At least a year, because she comes out with Babylon. So at least a year. Sleep? Lol, it's 5 o'clock in Germany. Yeah, well, it's not 5 o'clock here. Wait, 3 hours left until the event starts. Why 4 hours? Because I have to... I'm not going to be here in 3 hours. I'm actually going to be out of the house on some personal matters. So I can't stream in exactly 3 hours when the event goes live. And because of that, I'm going to be a little bit late. And I'll probably start streaming again about an hour into the event once the update goes live. Unless, of course, there's extended maintenance, in which case I will actually probably start on time as soon as the event goes up. So. All right, this is the good time for me to end the stream because the servers are going to go down in about 4 minutes now. So thank you guys very much for tuning into the stream. I apologize in advance for anyone else who can't be part of the whaling stream that I'm going to do once the update does go live in about 4 hours. Again, I'm aware that the event actually goes live, or it's supposed to go live in 3 hours, but personally, because I'm going to be out of the house at the time the event actually does go live, I'm going to be about an hour or so late, so I do apologize for that. Maybe I'll try to start as early as I can as soon as I get home, but just keep in mind that I won't be live when the update actually does hit and, go live, whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. If you can't catch a stream then, since I'm going to be streaming this on YouTube, my YouTube channel will automatically make a VOD out of it, so you can watch it as soon as the stream ends the next day or something. It should, by the time I stop streaming and the night passes, that should be enough time for you guys to watch the entire VOD in its entirety, I guess, because YouTube will have plenty of time to process it by then. But yeah, for those guys who think you can be there, then I will look forward to seeing you guys all in the stream when it's time for me to get salty. So thanks so much, guys. I'll hopefully see you guys in 4 hours, and either take a nap or go do something else and come back in 4 hours, or do whatever you want. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hanging out with me in stream. It's been fun, and we'll see you in exactly 4 or so hours. Take care, guys. Good night.